Did you hear? Some stranger saved King Casimir's life.
Really? Who was it? Any idea where the stranger came from? I'd like to buy that hero an ale.
Hello and welcome! Silrace here, and it is time to talk about some obnoxious voice acting and some badly placed NPCs and other things. You just heard a particular bit of dialogue between two NPCs, which repeats about every half a minute. Or rather, that's what keeps going on with these two, huh?
Did you hear? Some stranger saved King Casimir's life.
Really? Who was it? Any idea where the stranger came from? I'd like to buy that hero an ale.
So once you finish a certain quest in Daggerfall, these two keep doing the same conversation afterwards every half a minute or so. This kind of stuff happens in pretty much every town and city in the game, right? This happens to be the basically main city of the Daggerfall Covenant after all, so I come here very often. And this guy owes me by now a couple hundred ales. The reason?
Did you hear? Some stranger saved King Casimir's life.
Really? Who was it? Any idea where the stranger came from? I'd like to buy that hero
add
an
that
ale.
one more ale to it. This particular building here happens to be the main crafting hall for the Daggerfall Covenant for blacksmithing and clothiering. So whenever you go in there and start crafting stuff, such as I do very often, I like to craft things, I have to listen to these guys having this conversation about every 30 seconds or so. That adds up pretty damn quickly.
Did you hear? Some stranger saved King Casimir's life.
Really? Who was it? Any idea where the stranger came from? I'd like to buy that hero
So I don't
an
know
ale.
what is it when people keep talking about the world being more immersive when everything is voice acted and stuff. Frankly, I don't find this immersive at all. This is more of an immersion breaker to me than being immersive, because when you listen to the same thing over and over, as you will have to do when you happen to play this game and happen to want to craft something, yeah.
Did you hear?
You two
Some
have fun,
stranger
huh?
saved King Casimir's life.
Hello there.
So, do tell me, was that immersive for you somehow? Or did it actually break immersion? I mean, same things happen if you look back at Skyrim. You have run into the Whiterun for the first time. You try to talk to an NPC in Whiterun. And what happens is you are talking to a Ysolda or someone else, or basically whoever on the streets during the daytime, and there runs around about 15 other NPCs who all start talking to you. Okay, frankly that works in a single player game. You don't visit the town quite as often as here. So let's talk about one more thing. One really annoying thing. Okay, so no one minds a bit bad voice acting, or an obnoxious voice actor, or something such, in a quest, because frankly when you listen to a quest dialogue, you only listen to it once when you do the quest. Maybe another time when you play another character and do the quest again and all that stuff. So essentially, voice acted quests are absolutely awesome for me too. It is this kind of voice acting which I can never agree with, because it, like I said, it breaks immersion more than it immerses people into the world, because it repeats so very often. If those guys had that conversation, let's say, once every 2 hours or something, it might actually catch people off guard. Wait, I have not heard that before. What the heck is going on? Is someone talking about me? What are they talking about? It would be more of a rare occurrence. Right now it happens once every 25 or 30 seconds or so. Everyone hears it over and over and over. Another thing is, Obnoxious NPCs. Essentially, this is part of the problem of the UI design of this game. Such as, happens to be the banker for Daggerfall Covenant, okay? So, does anyone remember, I have mouths to feed, from World of Warcraft? That was good voice acting. Why? Because it was very concise, very basic, simple sentence. For an NPC, many people interact with all the time, right? In here, however, this is an NPC people interact with all the time. She's the banker, she opens the guild store, the guild bank, and so on. So let's talk to her, huh?
Do you know the old saying, neither a borrower or a lender be? Rubbish. Without borrowers and lenders, how would we ever be able to buy or sell anything? But pardon me, welcome to the Bank of Daggerfall.
So imagine listening through that. Then you open your bank. You take stuff out of your bank and you want to put them into guild bank or guild store. You have to close the bank. Then you have to talk to her again to open guild bank or guild store. And listen to the same long conversation every single time. Same thing goes if you wanna do all sorts of funkiness, such as you go and craft stuff. Okay, you can craft things which are already in your bank. Let's say I put all my iron ingots into the bank, or steel ingots, or what have you, into the bank. But then I walk to the crafting station, I am listening to the conversations of the two NPCs outside the crafting station, and I am crafting. But then I have an inventory full of items I need to either deposit somewhere or whatnot. I come to her and I talk to her again.
Do you know the old saying, neither a borrower or a lender be? Rubbish. Without borrowers and lenders, how would we ever be able to buy or sell anything? But pardon me, welcome to the Bank of Daggerfall.
Really? Is this really enjoyable to anyone? I don't know, NPCs such as her should have short, non-obnoxious voice acting lines. Because everyone interacts with her all the damn time. She's the banker after all. And this is an MMORPG. Everyone visits the bank. Also, they also gave her the guild store and guild bank functionality in the same go, without them being separate tabs, due to how the interface works. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that this was, you know, of some value to you anyways. Me, I find a lot of this stuff very immersion breaking when it comes to actually playing this game as some sort of a Elder Scrolls experience or a role-playing experience or whatnot. I don't know about all of you, everyone seems to love their voice acted stuff. In these scenarios, I absolutely dislike it. As said, thank you very much for watching.